Hey everyone. I guess we're in 7 months of the Veteran Family Program. So today we're just going to talk about some things that are working for us here in Kingston. I have to say we started off really well. We're really fortunate here in Kingston because of the great relationships that we have with the base. And one of the things that were really beneficial for myself starting was the connection with our Family Network program that we have here. So we have volunteer reps, family reps, as well as unit reps. So it was a really, really great way for me to get the word out about the Veteran Family Program and to connect with all of the units here. Kingston has over 32 units, so the Family Network is a really great way for me to connect with them. Another great way that I was able to get the word out about the Veteran Family Program was I made a number of meetings with some of our key external partners within the first month, which was FAC, IPSC, Release Section, and Nurse Case Managers. And what really worked for us here in Kingston was we were added to the Clear Out card from Release Section. So I was receiving referrals from them when the members came in for their initial release meeting, as well as referrals from the Nurse Case Manager. So with that, I was capturing a lot of the medically releasing members. As well, another really beneficial opportunity for me was sitting on some of the committees within base, as well as the community. One of the committees that I sit on within the base is the Health Professional Network, and with that we have a number of key players on base as well as the base commander. So it really helped me with the opportunity to give that information from the top, knowing that the programs and the supports available were passed on to the members. So that's just a few things that's been working for me so far. So Pamela, did you want to talk about a few of these things as well?
Yeah, so just to touch on, so in terms of connecting with the chain of command and things like that, we also did that here. And we also found that it was really important to connect with the troops themselves. So, for example, I just got back from doing a presentation for one of our units as a part of their Christmas briefing. So, in making those connections with the troops themselves, because then it's there, it's directly to them, and we're making sure that they're getting the information that way. And then, I mean, I echo a lot of the things that you said. Those are all really great points. And so having the clearing out form, like you mentioned, we also include that at our front desk so that when people are clearing out of the MFRC, we catch them that way. We have a Veteran Family Program information form that they fill out to identify if they're medically releasing. And our front desk staff know if I see when somebody is filling out the form and they identify as medically releasing at the front, then they'll contact me so I can make that connection right away. And then if not, I can connect with them afterwards, but I like to make that connection as soon as possible. In terms of inside of the MFRC, I think it's really, really important to get internal buy-in from your coworkers. Starting off, it can be challenging to get the program going, so your best advocates for the program are your coworkers, so getting everyone on board is important, as well as partnering with your coworkers. So, I mean, the Veteran Family Program has our kind of, set national programs that we offer right now, but I've really been enjoying partnering with our employment and education counselor. For example, we just did a communications workshop that was actually a full-day training from Dale Carnegie. So it was human relations and communication skills. So that was good for both all military families as well as those who are transitioning from service life. So, I mean, connecting in those ways and partnering to provide different programs. And some of the ways that we kind of identify that too is whenever I'm meeting with veteran families, I always ask them, okay, so these are the programs that we offer, but what do you need? What do you see yourself needing? And sometimes it takes some time for them to think about, right? But I do often find that they come back and they say, you know, this would be really great for me and my family as we're, you know, trying to find our way into our service life, and you can get some really good ideas that way. And oftentimes they have their own, you know, connections built with other families who are going through the same thing, and that's again a good way to get the word out. Did you have anything you wanted to kind of add in there, Stephanie?
Yeah, well, actually, I want to echo as well the clear out form of reception. We use that as well here. So sometimes it will really work well if I'm not in the office, and we do have a member, and of course we want to capture them. The chances are they are clearing out, we're not going to be able to capture them once they leave. So we have them, the reception have them fill out the form there, and then I make contact as well. The internal partnership as well is really important here at the CAF. I as well partner with the employment services worker. We just had a huge event last week for entrepreneurs, and we had invited some of our VSP clients as well. We had a guest speaker, Claudia Harvey, and she talked about her experience, her game to fame kind of with the Dragon's Den. And I also have partnered with the flow and the deployment coordinator for self-care Saturdays. So that those two have been really good. I can't stress enough the importance of those internal partnerships as well. I also want to add that the external partnerships and the advocating. I currently sit right now on the Workforce Development Committee with the City of Kingston, and they're just sitting there to advocate for our veterans and families. We are the ones that's on the ground creating and fostering those opportunities. So we need to connect as much as we can to inform those agencies about the military and veteran lifestyle and the transition that they're facing right now. So I think it's important that every chance we can get, we need to be out there advocating.
And similarly, like Stephanie just said, all of those external partnerships I find are so important. When we're helping families transition, that's the focus, right, is those external partnerships. And in my connection with them, I have found that a lot of them are also looking for resources to help those veteran families, so we can both help each other in that sense. A lot of them kind of have minimal awareness of what we offer, what other services and banks offer, even for currently serving military too.
Another thing, Pamela, that's really helped me is so far since the April 1st launch, I've attended 2 scan seminars. So I found it really beneficial because you're having that one-on-one, building that trust directly with the member. And after the scan, I had a number of the members book appointments to come see me. So I found the scan was really, really beneficial here in Kingston.
Yeah, we like to hear as many presentations and things that you can do to get exposure and get the word out, like to top of all of those as much as you can. And then in terms of exposure too, one thing that we did here that we found worked really well, being a rural community, I'm not sure what it's like in Kingston, but here in Shiloh we did radio advertisements on kind of the 4 main radio stations here, and we found that really helped to get the word out. A lot of veterans who, recently released that are living in nearby communities that just weren't aware of our services, so that was helpful. What's it in Kingston like for that type of thing?
So right now, I find that the word is, I actually didn't use the radio, but we did use newspapers, and we have a weekly and a monthly ad in, it's an internal magazine, or kind of like a newsletter that we use. So we're always updating, you know, talking about the Veteran Family Program. We have huge numbers of medically released here in Kingston, and I'm going to say we captured quite a few of them, and a lot of them are staying here in Kingston. You know, I'm not going to brag, but Kingston is a beautiful city, and we're very fortunate to be here. But a lot of the medically releasing members feel the same. They come here and they decide that that's where they're going to retire. And what they're very fortunate about, especially with the transition, Kingston's very rich in resources. So that referral for me, you know, we have so many organizations, you know, and businesses that we can refer to here in Kingston. So it's a little different than you, Pamela, in Shiloh.
And that's, I think every location is going to be a little bit different. Yeah.
So I'd like to hear from some of you, what are some of your successes to date? Did anybody want to share with us?
So feel free to either unmute your microphone or write in the chat.
Or it could be successes, challenges, questions.
One of the things that I found has also really helped is going into meetings with partners and thinking about what am I offering for them to get that buy-in. And you know, the program can spread from there, but getting that internal buy-in first with different partners is kind of the most important thing. So just having in the back of your mind before going into those meetings, you know, plan for what you're offering to them and what's going to get that buy-in. Is so important.
I also want to add as well with the referral piece. I know we're talking more about referral within the community, but I also feel it's really important for us as VFPs to do the internal from MFRC to MFRC. So we that are moving to, you know, to Newfoundland or to Victoria to take that time to make sure that you know, the member and family is taken care of in the place where they're relocating.
This is Julie from Comox.
Hi, Julie.
Hi. I'm just wondering, how did you guys overcome the overlap in service between OSIS and the FLOW and the IPSC and the DPSO?
So that's kind of along the lines of what I was talking about for getting that buy-in, right? Because sometimes there's a little bit of overlap, and it's kind of hard to, like I said, get people to buy in, right? And your service kind of look a little bit close. I think it's important to really explain the difference and find out what it is that you can do to help them, right? And how your services can be supportive in their role versus kind of being similar, if that makes sense. And I've done that by actually asking the question outright, you know, what can I do to help? How can we work together on this? And then I find that kind of takes that piece away.
Same with me. I always say it's an enhancement of all the services. We work together. You know, we service all medically released with OSIS. It's members and families with OSIs. And I really stress on the family support piece as well.
Okay, and we have a comment from Elaine in the chat there. She said the challenge in Suffield is we don't have a back office IPSC, nurse case manager, scan flow OSIS here. Services are all in Edmonton or Calgary.
Are you, Elaine, having difficulty connecting with the releasing members?
And another question to the whole group is anyone else going through that where there's a big distance in between yourself and the other offices like the IPSC where the scan is held, the flow.
I'm just thinking about field. I mean, you guys might have already done this or been planning it, but would there be a way to have them come out to do, like, the Veterans Affairs do like a presentation to members, or I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking out loud.
I know Elaine with VAC, when they did the talk in Ottawa at our training, the lady did say that they're very interested in outreach. So maybe that's something that you could speak with our VFP in Ottawa.
Oh no.
So are you receiving messages?
Could you, if they're not able to make it out, could you guys do like a
kind of like get
them and do like a Facebook Live on a Facebook page or just some way of, and then have like a session to host the video viewing at the MFRC?
Also, anyone else on the WebEx, feel free to chime in if you've run into the same difficulties, but you found something that seems to work in your community.
I'm curious, Elaine, are most of your clients self-identifying, or are you receiving messages that they are being medically released? Okay. So I think we have to reiterate what Pamela was saying about getting the buy-in from the chain of command.
What we always say here is, what carrot are you dangling to them before you go ahead?
Are there any other communities currently on the WebEx who have any particular challenges or successes in your local community? Okay, you mentioned you struggle in win rate as well. What kinds of struggles are there? And while Joelle is writing, Pamela and Stephanie, what were your particular struggles initially in getting the program started?
I think for me it was more some of the key-based partners, but it was just that, that continuous, wanting to just those emails and phone calls, wanting to connect, and eventually was able to get a meeting, and then we started the partnership. With that being said, there's still some struggles with that, and I continue to work on it. So it's not like we have all. But for me at the beginning, I actually spoke to, when we had our training in February, I spoke to some of the pilot sites to say, to ask them, who do I need to connect with first? Who are those key contact people? And those were the ones that I targeted first. And then I'm still from this day, continuing to make those partnerships with some of the key players.
And I find too that it's an ongoing thing. So I've been with the program since how it started, and we've had change of command, change over here in Silo now, and maybe as the program goes on, 10 years down the road, it'll be more well known. But I found that I've had to do more and more presentations this year since all of the changeovers, because again, nobody had any awareness of the program, so those relationships that I had built had to be reestablished. So keep that in mind too.
Same here, Pamela, with some of the changeover. I've already had to go back and talk about the program again with total new staffing.
So one question for you, Stephanie and Pamela. What have you found is the difference between meeting the person in person, face-to-face, versus over the phone or via email? Do you find you get more uptake when you meet them in person, or?
Definitely in person. Most of them I recommend. So when I receive the referral from either the relief or the case manager, actually on the relief section, sign out clear sheet, it actually stipulates that they have to book an appointment to come see me. So I see most of them in person.
And I find too that word of mouth travels, and I mean, maybe that's just Shiloh being a small community, but once you're able to establish some good relationships with, a few families and have good experiences in the programming that we offer, that word of mouth travels, and then you'll start getting more and more uptake.
Building that trust is so important.
Yeah.
Hi, so this is Julie from Comox. I'm just going to jump in there.
Thanks, Julie.
So just kind of go back to my initial comment about how to overcome the overlap in service. Now, I have met with the Legion, the IPSC, VAC, OSIS, all together just recently. And what we've discovered is we're all pretty much doing the same thing. So, I mean, when I talk about overlap in service, we actually are doing the same thing. The only difference is that we have, some of these programs. But the programs run once a year. So depending on who the members saw first, they often don't feel that they need to see the other people. And without the support of the base, or the base being as involved as it is with some other bases, we get them after the fact. So by the time that they hear about us, they've already met their needs with OSIS or with IPSC, or with the nurse case manager, or with VAC. So I guess that's more where we're at in terms of this overlap in service, because we're all doing information and referral.
Well, this doesn't help with the one-on-one case, but just another idea. So one thing that we're looking at doing here in Shiloh this coming year is working together as a partnership. So everybody within the IPSC, myself, OSIS, we'll kind of all travel together to do our outreach and build partnerships. So then we're all kind of on the same page with everything, right? I don't know if that helps in any way, shape, or form. But
yeah, we'll give it a go. We did talk about having some sort of traveling roadshow sort of scenario, so we'll see if we get any sort of response from that. But, yeah.
I like that, traveling roadshow. Okay, so you've got a comment as well. A number of comments actually between several individuals here. But the latest one from Sheila, good idea. I'd also try to find any other resources in your area that could benefit veterans. For example, community health organizations and outreach programs. because she mentioned Legion a little bit further up in the chat as well, and partnership.
Yeah, so one thing that we've done here too is we did a presentation to the at the regional Legion meeting. So that's kind of all the local branches in our area that would fall under our catchment area were there. And then we kind of branched out and made one-on-one connections with them afterwards. And then we've done similar things with community health organizations. So for example, Prairie Mountain Health is our regional health authority. So we did a larger WebEx for all of their staff, and then we've gone into different clinics again and had one-on-one with the staff there.
Excellent. Okay, well, I think we're just about at the half-hour mark, folks. I'm going to adjust my camera here. There we go. Perfect. So, the reason why I put, just for your info, the reason why I put the slide up there is so that you have the contact info for Stephanie and Pamela, and hopefully I'm not overstepping and saying that you're welcome to contact them as well if you think things after the fact, in terms of some ideas about troubleshooting, some issues that you might have, or even sharing some great ideas that work in your community. So feel free to share that along. And thanks very much to Pamela and Stephanie. If you could just stay on the line after we sign off, that would be excellent. And for the rest of you, have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you at the next Web Exchange.
Thank you, ladies.